Hi everyone, Chris Chartier here, the founder of Design by God curriculum and the author of Biology Design by God, the textbook that I'm going to do a curriculum walkthrough, flip through for you. I hope that it gives you a sneak peek in the book. You can answer any questions and see the quality of the pages and just how excited I am for you guys to use this in the classroom and have an awesome year. So let's open it up. You're gonna come to the title page, copyright page, dedication. Here is the table of contents, which I wanna just pause at very quickly. This has been aligned with the same scope and sequence that I use when I taught in the public school system. I largely didn't change a lot. I kept the same standards. I kept the same scope and sequence. I did change just a slight amount of things, but this is largely aligned to exactly what I would teach in the public school sector, except some of these I enhanced and taught more at a college level. And obviously for chapter 25 here, Origin of Life, this is gonna include evolution. It's gonna include the evidence of evolution for students to understand how to explain the theory, but then it's gonna also turn around and disprove evolution and show the merits of intelligent design and why it's superior from a scientific standpoint alongside their faith. So that way they can understand and actually think for themselves when they encounter someone who asks them questions. So as we're going, this is gonna be a how to approach and use this textbook. It's gonna explain a lot of the features that I'll explain in this video. So I'll keep moving. This is pacing recommendations. So this would be for teachers or parents. This is just the pace that I would recommend. You obviously are flexible with how you want to do this, but just week by week. It is a 36-week course, which is standard for school, homeschool, all of that. Next to it is going to be the NGSS standards. I align the standards here for every chapter. All right, and so we're going to open up, and this is the first chapter. My heart was to make this black spread. I wanted it to look beautiful when you opened it up. I wanted the chapter opener to look like its own thing. So chapter 1 at the top, scientific method with a subtitle, When Questions Become Revelation. Love this photo of Jesus. Really captured my heart when I saw it, and I wanted to include it somehow. And so here we go. Every chapter is designed with this opener scroll. This is where you're going to start reading, and then you'll go over to the body text. And so this is all designed just to be the introduction. It's meant to engage students, highly engage them. It starts with stories, scriptures, and different types of things. But yes, so as we jump in, every time we jump into a chapter, it's gonna have your vocab on the left. The way this chapter starts, we start with a table chart, and this is actually a really cool table chart. I won't go into it because I might nerd out right now, but anyway, we have boxes like a did you know box, a deeper look box. All these boxes are meant to enrich learning. And so whether it's faith-based or it's scientifically based, I love to put them in there so that it just helps you. But yeah, anything here, you can see the scriptures in red. Any scripture that goes in there is in red. Anytime you see the Bible icon here, it's gonna let you know that's scripture. And then, yeah, you just see, I love these angels. I really wish I could have pulled these angels out more when I was designing this, but I wanted, obviously, you to read the text. So as we just flip through the chapter, you can see we get to more scripture here, pictures. You can see we have headers, scientific method. This stop and think box, this is a key component of the curriculum. This is going to be massive. I saw so much just understanding boost in my own classroom as I use these with my lessons. So they're designed to be what they're called, stop and think. There's questions. This one, it's labeled 1.1. So this is the first stop and think box, question 1. 1.2, first stop and think box, question 2, and so forth. And you can see at the bottom, it has the last one typically is going to be a faith-based question. The last one or two, analyze Romans 1:18 through 22. What does it say about humanity's ability to see God through creation? What is the result of denying this reality? So it gets students into the scriptures. It gets them thinking about the science. It gets them key topics. So I would have my students stop and think. Don't move on until you answer these questions, because these questions are designed to be found in the section previous to it. So you can see that I have vocabulary words bolded and colored in blue. Again, you see more scripture. You see another stop and think box. See, this one is stop and think box number 2. So this would address everything from the last box forward. Again, just a flip through. A lot of the same features. We have a chart, scientific method. How can we do that without charts and graphs and tables? Okay. We get to our final stop and think box for the chapter. Now here's what's really cool and what really is different about our textbook here is that we give full activity menus. You know you've reached the end of the chapter when you've come to an activity menu. So typically there's 6 activities that students can choose from. They are a little text heavy, and I apologize for that. Maybe in the future I'll revise it to just be a little cleaner here. But there are different things. This number 1 is listen to a song and write 5 connections. This is musically based. This one is a 1-page persuasive essay. It's more writing based. Create a poster, creative, watch a film, write a 2-page journal entry. All these they build through Bloom's taxonomy, getting students to actually practice what they've learned. And just for teachers, you know, if I was in the classroom and I had students, I would love this because what I could do is I could tell a certain select number of students that they needed to do number 1 if I knew that that was the best one for them. If I knew it was more of an entry level, I could tailor their learning experiences to different activities. Or I could just have the whole class do them all in different days. So there's many ways that you can use this. So I'm actually really excited about this because I wish I had stuff like this. And you can give kids choice. You can tell them, hey, you know what? I don't care which ones you do, but I need you to do 3. So you pick 3 and you can work at that pace. So there's different ways that you can use. And then it flips over right into the second chapter, self theory. Again, you have your scroll, you open it up. It's asking kids a question, getting into it. Same features. You see the vocab box over here, the did you know box here, stop and think. So I'm gonna just start moving a little faster here. Anytime you see a revelation scroll, like this is just something I'm wanting to highlight. I want them to understand that this is a key point. I don't want them to miss it. It's normally faith-based, but it could be scientifically based, but like I said, normally faith-based. So just scrolling through, some of these end with prayers for students to engage in prayer. I highly encourage you have them say that out loud, not just in their hearts. It's important they hear it. They hear themselves saying it because faith comes by hearing. Again, parables. Yep. So this is good. This is the cell cycle.